Yes, but it doesn't make them self-existence.
Well, no, it does by their necessity.
Well, you're just saying that, well, air, like air exists. Why does it exist? Because I need it, because of its necessity. But you're not explaining what would be ultimate that would institute it.
Necessity has no cause.
Or security. You're universally from a finite, particular, and limited time index. How could you establish a universal law of logic?
Because, well, what do you mean by established?
Well, to rationally justify that it actually exists universally, rather than just...
It would be tautological in nature.
It would be totally logical in nature. That's not an answer.
No, tautological.
Yeah, but you're not answering.
No, that's my answer. They're tautological in nature, that we can only rationalize it by circularly reasoning it.
Well, that's not rationally justifying it, because from a finite, particular, and limited time index, you're just going off a small perspective and then trying to apply it to the whole universally.
Yeah, but
it's
but
like
what do you mean?
It's like looking out your window and seeing it raining for a week, and then say, well, since my perspective is it's raining a week here for me, universally, it has to be doing it for everyone else. That's what you're doing with the laws of logic. But you couldn't rationally justify that they're universals. See, like Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So when we're talking about logic, we're talking about truth, right? And so logic has its, the abstraction of the laws of logic are from God's mind, and they have their attributes and the attributes of God, and they parallel with his attributes. That the laws of logic... Hold on real quick. The laws of logic are universal, they're unchanging, and they're immaterial. And that's how God's nature is described, as he is universal, he's immaterial, and he's unchanging. He's immaterial, God is spirit. Those who worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. That is, they have to use logic. But logic is something that you couldn't ground or substantiate in your worldview if you're an atheist.
How does laws of logic entail God?
How do they entail God? Because your ability to be rational has to be in virtue of a rational ultimacy. And if you don't accept that, then you're going to have to explain how you're rational from a non-rational absolute. How you'd have to explain a contradictory state of affairs, that there was no rationality, and then all of a sudden, poof, rationality came into existence from the stark counter opposite, from the antithesis. And that's something that you're not going to be able to ultimately explain. Can you explain where your rationality came from an impersonal absolute?
Not right now. I have to leave pretty soon for a meeting, but we can talk about it later.
Well, yeah, that would be an important thing for you to be able to address from your worldview, to give explanatory power and rationally justify your ability to reason. Because I would say without God, you have no reason to believe in reason. Because reason is the reason to believe in God. For without reason, you have no reason to believe in anything.
Well, just a quick summary before I go. I think what I do is I presuppose I can reason, because I generally cannot rationalize why I can reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you would have to, even a person like a schizophrenic inside a mental institution has been locked away from society, could presuppose the same thing, but can he rationally justify it? And I would say that in your worldview, you couldn't rationally justify it any more than he could.
Because true. That's why I have to presuppose. I presuppose I'm not insane, for example, because I can't rationally justify I'm not insane. So yeah. But I'd argue you guys do it too. So
no.
But we can talk about that later, because I have to go pretty soon.
Yeah, no, we don't do it too, because no, we operate from a personal absolute ultimacy who laws of logic are abstraction from his character. And we have grounds for rationality where you don't have grounds for rationality at all. Again, you have to start... Hold on, real quick.
You didn't ground your...
Yeah, hold on real quick. So you have a stark contradiction that you would have to explain. And not just one, not just your rationality, but your life, your personhood, your love. Where did all these things come from when they didn't exist? At one point they didn't exist, and then all of a sudden they came into being, and poof, they're in existence.
Okay, so truth speller.
Yeah.
How would you like prove God?
Well, I don't prove God. God's proved himself in every fact. Everything that exists and proves there's God. Like the scripture says.
So everything that
Hold on. Yeah, the invisible attributes of God are clearly seen, being understood through the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that people are without excuse. So everything exists in virtue of an eternal ultimate. And every fact that exists in virtue of him. If you don't accept it, then you don't have intelligibility for those facts. They're not facts at all.
It doesn't. So you don't prove God?
No, he proves himself in every fact.
It's just a claim. Can you justify this claim?
Well, when you say he's just a claim, you're making a counterclaim that there's an impersonal ultimacy that doesn't have the necessary preconditions of life, love, rationality, and personhood. And this ultimacy is non-revelatory, so it's a context that doesn't reveal itself. Right? What is the context for your facts ultimately that's going to provide an interpretation for them if you don't have the Christian God and his revelation?
The operations
and,
of the
and what are the well, hold on. And what are your preconditions?
You don't know. You have no idea what I've told.
Hold on. I was almost done. And what are your preconditions for intelligibility for all the attributes that you have in life? Life, love, rationality, and personhood. How do you have that? How do you have those from the stark counter opposite?
Why? Wait, do you think if I cannot give you an account for this, therefore God?
Well, yeah, you want reasons to believe in God, right? You want a good reason to believe.
No.
Right. Well, no, wait a minute. You want, right? You've come in here because you want a good reason to believe in God.
I just want to know what is the methodology for me to assess that God exists?
Yeah, so you want a good reason to believe in God, right?
Yes, I would. I
right.
don't want to get a reason. I want
for your reason, hold on. So if you want a good reason to believe in God, you have life, love, rationality, personhood. You have the ability to reason. Those are all.
What is the love, rationality, personhood? Can you please?
Brody, please don't talk over me here. So you have, well, I mean, we have a conversation, right? You can't just yell over someone. So you want a good reason. You want a good reason to believe in God, but God bestows upon his creatures his attributes that he has. And you're saying, I need a good reason to believe in him. But what's your good reason to believe that you could have life, love, rationality, and personhood from your impersonal absolute that doesn't have those things? See, hold on. No. You like if you said, I want you to believe in my worldview, and I said, give me a good reason. Your worldview doesn't supply any good reasons for the things in life, like the God of the Bible. And not only just your ability to reason, but your ability to apprehend a fact to be intelligible from a revelatory ultimate context, that without which you don't have facts.
Okay, you are monologuing me for half an hour. I have so many questions about many.
Dude, Brody, hold on, dude, hold on. Brody, I'm a mod here. Hold on, dude. Rod, you told me that Darth banned you yesterday because you were misbehaving. This is what you were doing, talking over people. Then yeah, you will be thrown out of here.
Talking over me? You are talking over me?
Well, hey, you can look. I'm almost done.
God.
Look, I'm almost done, but
No, you are not almost done. You're done
already. I'm gonna have to mute you. I'm gonna have to put the red ball gag in your mouth because you're not behaving yourself. Now you complained to me this morning that you were thrown out of here, and now I see why. So you can speak now, but I want you to behave and don't start complaining about moderation or that I'm monologuing for a half hour when I'm only talking for 2 minutes. Don't be a troll, Rody. Now go ahead.
Okay. Do you want to call me? Because I see you cannot have a decent conversation without you being mod. So can you call me?
What do you mean? What are you saying? Can he call you?
Can you call me and not being a mod here? Because I cannot finish sentence.
No, you can finish
I
your sentence
allowed
right
you.
now. See, you're just doing it
No,
now. I just told you to quit complaining
I
about
allowed you to
Roddy,
monologue
Brody.
me.
Dude,
Oh my God.
you're not dude. I just told you not to complain about moderation, so you're being ball gagged for a second. Now, just if you want to carry on a conversation, that's fine.
Okay. Let me
But
please finish the sentence. Okay.
Okay.
Shut it. Okay, thank you. You monologued me and you just gave me a lot, and I didn't know
complaining
anything
about
about what you're
moderation
saying.
again. You're
Wait,
complaining about
shut
moderation.
up, shut up.
Dude,
No, it's
all
not
right,
about
you're
moderation.
trolling. You're
It's not about.
okay. Well, he's trolling. See when the tables got turned, and his worldview was shown to be bankrupt, that it had no necessary preconditions for intelligibility, by which he could explain the things that he has in life from the stark counter opposite. Nor does he have an ultimate revelatory context that would provide interpretation for all the dependent facts in reality. They're completely misinterpreted in his worldview. And so when he was shown that, he just got argumentative, talked over, side-trailed on this, saying that I'm moderating for a half an hour and all this. Completely, false.
Okay. So can you please repeat, why do you think God exists?
Because all facts indicate that God exists.
What?
My-
How?
Because of my ability to rationally apprehend the facts, and for them to be intelligible, God would have to exist as a revelatory ultimate context that would provide for their internal. Again, hold on. The thing is you say, I want a good reason to believe in God. You're shaking your fist at the heavens going, I don't have a good reason to believe in you. When you do that, you're using your life, your love, your rationality, your personhood. And those things show that God exists. The invisible attributes of God are clearly seen, being understood through the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they're without excuse. That there has to be something ultimately foundationally eternal from which everything else came, including your life, love, rationality, and personhood. And when you don't accept that, then you have another ultimacy that you're operating from. And it's a cold and different ultimacy that doesn't have life, love, or rationality, or personhood. It doesn't have those preconditions. So when you say, I need a good reason to believe in God, your reason is the reason to believe in God. Because if you don't accept that, what's the reason to believe in the impersonal ultimacy you're operating from? There's not only is there no explanatory power, but it's a contradictory state of affairs. Like you'll probably, as an unbeliever, attack Christians for believing in miracles, but your worldview is a miracle on a grand scale, because a miracle is an unexplained phenomenon. And if your life, love, rationality, personhood, your whole universe is an unexplained phenomenon. It's a miracle on a grand scale. If you don't accept the self-disclosure of Jesus Christ, then you don't have an ultimate revelatory context that's going to provide for the intelligibility and interpretation of dependent facts. Do you believe that you can have contextless facts without a context? And then
No.
You don't, right? So you don't have an ultimate context for your facts, right? You just admitted it.
How does it follow?
Yeah, you don't accept Jesus Christ as the ultimate context, right? For facts, that all things were made through him and for him, and without him nothing was made.
I have no reason to believe it.
Well, you have you have every reason to believe it. But see, you're in a state of, hold on, you're in a state of denial where you're holding to a contradictory state of affairs you can't explain. And in doing so, hold on, Buddy. And in doing so,
you are frustrated.
Dude, I'm not. You're trolling again. Now relax. And in doing so, you've turned off the light. Yeah, why is that important to you? Is this another?
Because you're impatient.
Is this another detractor from the conversation?
No, it's not. You are
detracting
by saying the meta.
Are you?
I'm denying.
Rody.
About my denial?
Rody.
I am asking you a question.
Rody, I'm not on trial, and you're not interrogating me, nor are you doing that to the God of the universe. Okay. So what you have done now is, when you don't accept the disclosure of Jesus Christ, you have turned off the light to a fact dependency chain So all your facts go into a dark void, and so they don't explain anything in reality. In fact, they're misinterpreted on your end.
Okay.
So do you understand? You admitted that you can't have facts without a context. That's when you got that's when you started going off the rails, when you admitted to that.
No. I admit it. I need a context for a fact to be. This is the admission.